What's good, people? Uncle Hotep back at it again. How y'all doing? Traversing these snow-filled streets. Tampa Bay Buccaneers won last night. Thanks everybody that watched it with me on the stream. Uncle Hotep Factor. Tomorrow I'm going to be on the 50 Shades of Soul podcast. So be on the lookout for that. I think I retweeted the link on my Twitter. So 7 p.m. Sorry. But I talk about, I wish I had streamed this. I wish I wanted to talk about a couple things, but I might just make two separate videos. One is Tom Brady. Tom, 7 titles. He won 7 out of 10. Now we got this, is he the greatest athlete of all time? And we got this narrative building, and people are trying to, literally discredit him. I seen one writer. He's not even top 10 athlete. I would put both. This guy said Serena and Venus. I'm like, come on, man. Bro, man, just relax, man. Basically, they don't want to get a white man no credit. That's because of a number of things. He's not, he's a friend of Trump. Remember, he had the MAGA hat in his locker. They're still peeved about those things. He walked in the stadium with no mask on. Shoot, he wanted to be remembered, man. He wanted to see his face. They had a conniption fit about that. You gotta be a role model, blah, blah, blah. Like, let's stop, man. All this, this is all just sports jargon, barbershop talk, whether he's the greatest athlete of all time. There's no way any of that stuff can be proven. There's no way you can even measure it. I will say, he's obviously the best quarterback of all time. And that's like, some people might have been holding out Montana, but this guy, for him to go to a different team and win one is like, that's amazing. And he's still performing at a fairly high level at his age. There's nobody that can touch him. Like, it's really not even close anymore. That's that. But as far as winning, if you want to talk about sports and winning, of our generation, he gotta be. When people put Jordan, this is like if Jordan had went to the Wizards and won. Give the white man his fair due. This is why it's so hard for people, they can't separate anything from their politics and things of that nature. I'm not sure of his politics. I know, he's probably, well, I'm not even going to guesstimate, but I'm just saying he was a friend of Trump. So any friend of Trump in this day and age is an enemy of the state, or whatever you want to call it. But like, how the people that never laced up a pair of cleats to play football is commenting on this and stuff like that, and these people having a conniption fit about all these people in Florida and all these people in the stadium. These people didn't have these same reservations when Black Lives Matter was marching up and down the streets all summer long at the height of a pandemic, a scamdemic, whatever you want to call it. Nobody said a word. I remember, I'll never forget, I had this conversation with my uncle. I was like, man, what are you talking about, man? Like, how y'all talking about this, people being out with, because people were comparing, the MAGA rallies and people not wearing masks. I'm like, well, they're not wearing masks at these, and there's more numbers at these marches and protests. Well, you can't stop these protests, man. This amendment right. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's either we're making sacrifices or we're not. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all can't be serious with this stuff, man. And if you look at it, and people are like, oh, Florida's going to kill us all. Like, how? If you look at the numbers, Florida is not even near the top as far as cases and deceased. So what are y'all talking about? What is Florida doing that, you know what I mean? It seems to be what Florida's approach is the right one. Can't make this up, man. Can't even make this up, man. This is just, I don't know. Like the time I was on streaming, that's the only time I watched. I watched like a minute of the first half and then the whole second until I got off the stream. But I missed a whole bunch of commercials and because it's just wokeness, man. It's just like or watching regular TV. I'm amazed. Like I got Hula and I pay for not to watch the commercials. And I might watch some stuff on the cooking channel or Bon Appetit. That's the only time I see commercials, and the wokeness I see in those commercials is enough for me. I'm like, wow, this is what they putting on there. You know what I mean? And I can see what what Poll and them complaining about. You know what I mean? But there it's evident. If you see it, but you should be tapering your television watching if all this propaganda is infiltrated these commercials and stuff like that, then turn the TV off. It's sickening. Anyway, give it up to Brady, man. I was I'm a Bronco fan, and I was holding out Elway, Dan Phelps, Montana, but this is he is, and I was like, we should be glad to witness this if you're a sports ball, swoop ball, you know what I mean, a fan, you know what I mean. We have watched the career of one of the greatest to ever do it. It's almost like watching Gretzky and that era. Remember, if you just imagine, who was those guys? It was Gretzky, Jordan. In baseball, you had Griffey, Bonds. You had people that, that could, play in any era, but they were the greatest to ever do that in their sport. And we got to saw it. That's that generation. You know what I mean? I don't know what happened, man. What was in the water or what wasn't in the water that created these people. You know what I mean? But that's it is what it is. Anyway, shouts out to the GOAT Tom Brady. Congratulations, and to all the people that are triggered. Get a life. I'll talk to y'all later.